have. Street rat, I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer. Would they see a poor boy? No siree. They'd find out there is so much more to me. I feel so out of place. Kenneth booked this frou-frou ass hotel. This bitch was really about to come in here with his luggage. Not luggage, like his clothes in a box.
Wait, hold on. I still got the boxes.
From an Amazon order. A box. This place got freaking valet. They wouldn't let us take a freaking luggage cart. They wanted to do it for us. I'm sorry, I'm not used to these luxuries. So we carried the bags ourselves, and I feel out of place. And yeah. Oh my god, he still brought boxes. Aren't you happy I told you to bring a duffel? You better be happy I told you to bring a duffel. I love the view of traffic. So, day one of Galaxycon, I am all poison ivied up. I swear there's greenery under here. I promise. I'm just trying to walk out in the cold wearing like barely anything because I'm smart. Yeah, but it's about to be a day. I'm about to have a lot of fun and I'm excited. Update. So I'm here and my wig is a mess. I haven't even done anything yet. I've already got stopped by an official videographer for the event to ask me to be part of the official video for the con, and stopped by 2 people to take pictures, and it's kind of crazy, and I'm just trying to find where this freaking lounge is.
Oh my goodness, look at that, that is so cool. You're getting this started? Oh my goodness.
Oh, you say hey, that's one. All right.
I hope
There's Harley with
Dude. Thank you.
And also, you know, it's a procedural as well. If you're an evil person inserted into our universe, how would you what steps would you take to corrupt the Federation and turn it into your own personal empire? Well, you know, fortunately, we already have another emperor who corrupted a republic to use. Actually, there's a little bit of meta stuff in the book where she basically, Emperor Palpatine's way of doing things, she would never have done that. But again, what I was having to build up all along was the fact that, yeah, she has all this scheming that's going on in the book, but at the same time, she is dealing with having lost more than any human being, any being has ever lost in the history of losing things. You know, it's almost, the book is almost structured on the Kubler-Ross method of coping, because she is, yes, there's this adventure, but at the same time, what's going on here is she had everything, and now she's just one more person in the Federation, Klingon, whatever space. And that humanizes her even as she does some pretty inhuman things.
Ah, sweet, sweet, beautiful merch. part of the entire con. This is the room where you lose all of your money. I've been approached by I don't even know how many people now asking me for pictures. I got approached by a little girl dressed up like Harley Quinn. It was the cutest thing ever, and I felt like a freaking character at Disney World. How many people do you think have stopped me?
At least 350.
That's impossible. Be realistic.
At least a dozen.
At least a dozen.
At least a dozen.
Okay, so I'm like standing in front of the Ghostbusters car, and I literally had the audacity to ask this man where he was on October 2nd of 2019, because that is the car that cut me off on that day. I just got like cut off by the f***ing Ghostbusters mobile. Are you kidding me? I'm so shook. You know what? I'm like not even mad about it, because you know what? I get it. I get it. I know why you were cutting me off and speeding. It's obviously you're probably on your way to like go exercise a ghost or something. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not even mad about it. I respect it. And he actually owned up to it and said, yeah, that was this guy who cut you off on that. Oh my god, day made again. Wrap on day one. I'm tired and I'm going to sleep. Bye. It's day 2 of Galaxycon and I'm in a parking garage. We're driving today because we're not ready and we haven't eaten breakfast yet either, and we also forgot our badges upstairs in the room because we're just geniuses today, aren't we? Yeah, so he's grabbing those because I don't want to walk all the way back up there again. And I'll keep you posted. Ooh, highlight. Yeah, I hear you.
And let's bring out Cooper Andrews and Nadia Hilger. Come on! Hey guys! Hey! How are you? Thanks for having us. So we're very excited to have you here with us. So before we kick it off to the audience, let's just start off with something a little bit easy. So, had you guys watched the show at all before you became part of the cast? Were you fans at all before you began?
I didn't. All right, I didn't. My dad was a big fan. Shouldn't I have said that? I'm honest. I wasn't, because I like falling asleep watching Friends or something very light. I scare easily. I usually portray something that's very far away from Nadia, so anything that Magna portrays is so not me. So no, I didn't have the courage to watch it, but I watched the entire show within 5 weeks. Once I found out that I was on the show, 5 weeks, guys. I mean, how many episodes? How many episodes are season 1 up until 9, episode 5?
Who can answer in the next 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 116.
Yeah. So 100 something multiplied by 45 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, and now I love it.
I'm willing to bet that a lot of these people are just as dedicated to it, that they've also gone through the entire binge a few times, yeah? Couple of us, yeah.
And yes, for me, yes.
Yeah.
Watched it. Yeah, season 1 came out on Netflix before season 2, and that's when I started watching, and I was hooked since. I did not expect to be on the show. Very sorry. But here we are.
So sorry, you can never be sorry for that. It's amazing.
The anthem of like every late night. So then we start moving on into the 30s. Everything starts to get more refined. Everybody starts looking into what Disney's doing at the time. Man, Disney's gonna sue somebody. So, as you can see, anime starts to take on more of a form here. We start seeing a lot more in-depth stuff.
しかし十分に留意してもらいたい。過去ゲームにおいてあらゆる蘇生手段は機能しない。ヒットポイントがゼロになった瞬間、諸君らのアバターは永久に消滅し、同時に。
So, I want to ask this real quick because the last time I did this and asked this question, the answer actually surprised me. How many people have actually seen Sword Art Online?
Hell yeah.
Or better yet, how many people have not seen Sword Art Online? Alright, so my advice to you is watch it so you can understand why it makes me angry. It could have been great. Could have. Exactly. So this is a two-parter. It's a big part of anime. Can't really avoid it. I know.
Yeah, the meats and potatoes of anime.
So everybody knows most anime has fan service. But little did people know there's whole animes dedicated to fan service. Yep. Right there.
We call those edgies. which makes them very different from harems, because harems have a more cohesive story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a lot of people chasing after the main character. You know, there's still a regular story element that is not focused solely or primarily on fan service.
So key here is remember that all ecchi are usually harems. Not all harems are ecchi.
Websites don't put tuplets.
Yeah, exactly. So the key here is, you know, we would love to show you a clip from ecchi, but this is not an 18+ panel. And I want to come back and do this presentation again next year. That's the end of the genres, but we hope you enjoyed that part.
Andy, I see this. Oh! Take the slide up.
You were going to take the slide.
Well, you were going to take the slide. Okay, screw it. We're just going to eyeball.
All right, we're going on a journey, ladies.
So much for next time.
Wait, in case you're wondering, there's an anime about Jesus.
Yeah. And his roommates with Buddha.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
So basically, we've shown you a lot. We've shown you the history. We've shown you the present. Now we're looking to the future.
Fucking people! Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are so kind. Right there in the middle. Oh, gotta catch it. Over there. And I'm going that far. Party foul. Please pay it forward. I love you, beautiful people.
We love you too, Abby.
Now let's give it up for Barry Bostrom himself.
And I'm still the same old asshole. Cheer that. I want you to address me as your assholiness. Your assholiness.
Your ass holiness! Your ass holiness! Your ass holiness!
You know, just this whole asshole thing. Listen, I am not an asshole, okay? That's enough. Take it over from here. Wesley is great. He is great. He's been doing this for 10 years. There's not a better Frankenfurter in the world.
is a double-sided dildo. What I'm going to have you guys do is, starting from one end to the other, we're going to give this to you. And now, you're going to pass it amongst yourselves, except you can't use your hands. Not to mention, you can't repeat what you do, what other people have done. So you need to get fucking creative for this. Here we go.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
You sure you're okay? I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. No, my glasses lens.
Oh wait, hold. Did it pop out?
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Oh no! Oops! Uh-oh, did I do that?
Just left Rocky Horror Live at Galaxycon. It's approximately sometime past midnight. My camera died, so I'm on my phone now. That was Kenny's first time seeing Rocky Horror Live.
It is 12:30.
He's officially no longer a Rocky Horror virgin. I just took a very, very scandalous picture with the person playing Frankenfurter. The parents would be very disappointed in me, but I am very proud. Hey guys, it's day 3 of Galaxycon. I don't know if y'all can actually even hear me, but yeah, it's not necessary for me to say who the fuck I am. Copy, you're never gonna stop me, sloppy, you really think you got me, cocky ninjas who I embody, I'm the copy ninja, call me Haruka Kakashi.
McGinnis. Good. For Fire Emblem Three Houses, Zach Aguilar. What's going on? Fair warning, Zach may have to depart mid-panel, so if you have questions for him, you should probably get those in up front. From Invader Zim, Ricky Simons. Hello. And last but not least, to say the least, Alan Oppenheimer.
It's bright up here. Wow. That's why I brought the hat this time. I know. Are there people? Oh, there are.
Well, for the first question, the obligatory for this one, I guess left to right here, how did you first find your way into voice acting? We'll start with you.
So he sent me up for something to Hanna-Barbera, and my leg was in a cast because I had a knee operation. My wife drove me out there. So I met Joe Barbera, and we talked, and he said, well, there's a part of a dog that talks. Can you do that? And I went, well, I can do that. He said, good, you start tomorrow.
Well, at the same time, I was writing and drawing and coloring comic books, and I met the creator of Invader Zim long before he ever did any Zim stuff, and he thought that there was a quality in my voice that sounded like this character Gur that he wanted since then, 98. So just a mix mash of characters, different shows, Mighty Magiswords, goats and chickens and other animals and children. Invader Zim, every pig in Invader Zim, that's me. If there's a pig, I'm your pig. There you go. Next person.
Cool. So how I got into voice acting? Well, when I was little, I started out, I was 6 years old, and my mom I'm California, born and raised, and so my mom said, hey, you know what, my kid's weird, I want him to be an actor, woohoo! Her and like every other California mom, right? And so she would call up my school and say, hey, yeah, Zach, he's out sick with the flu. Oh, something's going on over there. Zach's out sick with the flu, he's really sick, he's gonna die, he can't come to school this week. And then she would call up my agent and say, all right, we're getting Zach booked for auditions, let's go, we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And she would just go on and just get me booked to like a bunch of on-camera auditions. I did commercial work, I did a bunch of print work. After a while, though she realized I wasn't really enjoying it because at that young of an age I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't really inspired by it or anything like that. I thought it was kind of fun. So she took me out of it. Years go by, I'm like 12 or 13 years old. I'm playing a game called Kingdom Hearts 2, which is one of my favorite games. And yeah, so I was like watching the voice actors in that game. I said, you know what, this would be so cool if I got back into acting, but I did voiceover specifically. And so I took a bunch of voice acting classes, and later on, as time kind of went on for me trying to get into the industry, I ended up winning a voice acting competition at Anime Expo in 2014. So ever since then, everything kind of snowballed. I played a character called Slain in an anime called Alt Noah Zero, and then things kind of went on from there. I played Genos and Byleth, and everything just kind of like, yeah, it kept going. Now I'm here. Woo!
Actually, I was trained for musical theater and opera when I was in high school, and then was away from like all forms of acting for a good like 6-7 years. I studied Japanese in college, and I worked as a translator in Tokyo, and I came back, and my partner Michael Tatum, you may know him. He was encouraging me to like, oh, you should act again, and so I started doing professional stage work in Dallas, did a bunch of musicals, and then one day the director of Black Butler, Ian Sinclair, called me and said, hey, I'm having some trouble with, or the translator for Black Butler is having some trouble with this dialect in Japanese, can I send it to you? I was like, sure, okay, whatever, Ian. And so I looked through it, and it was for Black Butler Book of Circus, the 3rd season. The character is Joker, by the way. And so I looked at it and like, what is this? This is clearly a dialect, I can understand it, but there's like weird word endings and stuff. So I found the answer on Yahoo Answers Japan. It was a performer's dialect from Osaka that originated from a specific street in the mid-1800s. And I was like, here you go, Ian. He was like, awesome. cool. I've seen your work on stage and stuff. You want to come in and just like voice all the cats? I was like, I feel you on the animals thing. And it's like, the cats? Sure. He thought it would be funny because Michael voices Sebastian. He was like, well, Sebastian hates everything except for cats, and that's fitting. So come on in. So I did that, and then he was like, do you have a British accent? I've got this character in this movie I'm trying to cast. And so I auditioned for it, and then I heard back, and that's how I got started. And
Going down.